Good morning from Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. We are located at 5109 Liberty Highway in Pendleton, South Carolina. I'm Mark Stoudemeyer. I'm usually Don's co-host, but Don is on assignment today, so could not be here, so I'm kind of holding it in the fort. We do have holding it in the road rather, and we do have a special guest that's going to come on here in a little bit, so I think you'll enjoy the show. I said today is Wednesday, March the 12th, 2025. The weather is 51 outside right now. It's a beautiful day with clear skies here in the upstate. The low today's supposed to be 40 with no chance of rain this afternoon. So Don says in his little writing it's a cool day in the upstate. Most of you know about the terrible storms we had a while back as a result of the Hurricane Helene. So some of us around here had a lot of damage, but a lot of us didn't get it near as bad as some others, especially up in the mountains in North Carolina and places like that. So please keep them in your prayers as we continue on here. And I'll see if I can wake this little gadget up here and get it to go forward so I can see the next screen here. They tell me it goes to sleep, but it does not want to change. There it goes. Okay, the shout outs today go to Jane, Heather, Josh, Carter, Blaine, Hampton, Hudson, Kinsey. I have to go a little closer, get where I can't see. Kim, Josh, Blakely, Grant, Sill, Heidi, Charlie, Harper, and a longtime friend of Don's down in Florida, David Hall. I think they grew up together. And of course, always loving Martin here in the picture on the wall here. Okay, here at BG Bluegrass, Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, we have music lessons all week. We have fiddle, classical violin lessons, we have mandolin lessons, starter mandolin lessons, we have bass lessons, we can give you guitar lessons, and we can give you banjo lessons. Don has two banjo teachers right now that work out of the store, and I'm going to introduce one of them to you here in a little bit. And he's going to talk about his teaching and do a little music for you, I think. But anyway, Don always says we have the best instructors in the upstate, and I think that's true, and I think they can certainly get you started on the right road to play your instruments. Don also asked if you're watching to please click on the subscribe button below on your screen to subscribe to our channel. See if this will work now. Okay, if you would like to sponsor the show, just give Don a call. There is no charge to be a sponsor. And Don asks that you follow us on social media pages, on our social media pages, on YouTube, Facebook under Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under BG Bluegrass. And again, he asks you to click below to subscribe. Okay, Don has merchandise he sells here in the store. He has hats and shirts and mugs. I have my Breazeale's mug about half full of coffee right here, so you can see the mug with the logo on it. He has shirts. I believe I said that. He also has a variety of instruments that he can sell you or find for you: fiddles, mandolins, guitars, bass, banjos, and pretty much anything with a string on it. He's even got a sitar from the nation of India over here, so he might be willing to talk to you about that. And I'm getting one of those calls from that fella named Scam Likely, I think. Okay, where are we now? Don's first teacher here at the store was Mr. Larry Bell. I don't know if you can see this banjo, but Larry's picture's on this banjo, and he was a fantastic teacher, and he helped a lot of people get started here, and we sure miss him. He passed away a few years ago, and we sure miss him here at Bluegrass, Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. But we are going to introduce someone here in just a few minutes that is a great substitute. And as Don says, you almost can't tell them apart by their looks. Okay, let's see, what else am I supposed to do? Don, Mr. Bell, Mr. Gary Bell is one of the teachers here, and his phone number is 864-517-0044, or you can contact Don at his number, 864-376-1482. And the last sentence on here is today we're going to be talking about, and I think this is the last, see if it'll go one more. Okay, it says last slide, so you probably don't need to know that, but we have a special guest today. I've kind of already told you who it is. I talked about Larry Bell, who was Don's first teacher. Well, when Mr. Bell passed, Larry's brother Gary stepped right in here, and he has been teaching banjo and guitar here ever since. Now, he's going to be over here with me in just a few minutes, and he's going to sing some, and he's going to talk about what he does, and I kind of asked him to talk about his teaching materials. He has some great teaching materials. In fact, we have Murph here, one of his students. So we could probably get a testimonial here, but I won't put Murph on the spot. But anyway, that's what we're planning to do today. Oh, I do have a couple of other things for you. I believe this Saturday, March 15th, 2025, Hardscrabble Cowboy Church down in the Star area is having a ranch rodeo. They call it Ranch Rodeo 2025 at Crescent High School Arena. It's free admission to the public. It starts at 2 p.m. They will take 5-person teams. There's a 3-in-1 event, a sword and hold, a stray gathering, and an arena sorting. So I guess this all has to do with sorting cattle. Then there's some kids events for 3 different age groups, and there's what they call a boot kick event. If you want to enter a team in the 5-person team situation, that entry fee is $250 per team. It says 100% payback, prizes for 1st through 4th place. So for more information, contact Mr. Tim Rainey at 864-276-5076 or Mr. Bobby Crow at 706-988-0091 or Mr. Benny Powers at 864-844-1255. This says free concessions while supplies last. When you get there, inquire at the welcome tent on how to register to win a gift card. So that is Saturday, March the 15th at 2 o'clock down at Crescent High School down in the Star Iva area. I won't say what highway. I think I know, but I won't even say it. But you can find Crescent High School. And we have one more to talk about before we start. Heading Home Bluegrass, a band from the Savannah, Georgia area who was here at Breazeale not long ago, is having a festival in Hazelhurst, Georgia. We looked that up. It's a few miles inland from Savannah, down in that general area. And their festival is the 4th annual Heading Home Fest. It's from October 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So they've actually got a 5-day event going on down there. It's got a covered stage pavilion, so the shows will go on rain or shine. It's got 140 plus campsites. It's got full hookups for water, electric, sewer, bathhouses, and showers. Free Wi-Fi, laundry, a dump station, food trucks, and 24-hour jamming. So that sounds like a big event. It is actually located at the Stagger Lee Music Park, 902 Vernon Williams Road in Hazelhurst, Georgia. 31539 is the zip. And I'll read off some of the bands here. Heading Home, of course, is the host band. It says they'll perform on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Spigma 2023 International Band Champions, the Waddington Brothers, will play on Saturday. Little Roy and Lizzie on Saturday. Carson Peters and Iron Mountain will play on Thursday. Nick Dumas and Branchline on Friday. The Gospel Plowboys on Friday. The Brothers Five on Thursday and Saturday. Booney Bevins and Carolina Drive on Friday and Saturday. Retro 78 on Saturday. Lydia Hamby and Company on Thursday. Colin and Kathleen Ray on Friday. And Willie Wells and the Blue Ridge Mountain Grass on Thursday. So there's also a Wednesday night potluck dinner and open stage. And Friday and Saturday there will be a slow jam at some point. I won't go through all these times, but they are on this flyer. And Sunday morning is a jam with Heading Home. So I'm sure if you go to their website, you can probably see this program here. So it looks like a lot of fun down in Hazelhurst, Georgia, a bit inland from Savannah at the Staggerly Music Park, 902 Vernon Williams Road, Hazelhurst, Georgia, October 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. Quite a festival. Okay, I believe that's all that I'm supposed to talk about or read about. So we do have a very special guest this morning. As I said, I was starting to say, I think I talked about Larry Bell, who was Don's first teacher. Well, his brother Gary stepped right in for Don and started teaching here on Wednesdays. And Gary is here most all day on Wednesdays, and he is glad to take new students. So I gave you his number, and I'm sure he'll give you a number to call here. But I've asked him to sort of come up, so he's gonna play a couple of tunes for you, and I'm gonna play this bass with him here, and then I think he's gonna talk a bit about his teaching and what he does here at Breazeale. As I said, he'll teach you the banjo, the Scruggs style banjo. He'll teach you some melodic, and he will teach you guitar of most any style you want to learn. Maybe not fingerstyle classical, but you don't teach classical, do you, Gary?
Oh, sure.
He says sure, so he might teach you like Segovia or someone. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Bell, welcome him to the show here. Hey, Gary. I will say also, I called Gary about 9 o'clock this morning, so this is a last minute put together, so I want to thank you profusely for agreeing to be here and kind of take the show.
Let me settle down a little
I
bit.
made him nervous, haven't I?
I'm so glad to be here. I don't know what to do.
Okay, we got about 15 minutes or so it's all yours.
Well, I planned 30. So.
Well, we'll just have to go overtime then.
Let me talk about Don for a minute.
Okay.
This is the greatest thing happening if you are a musician with guitar, banjo, if you want lessons. If you want to join a group, come on Saturday night at 6:30 and sit in this circle here and do what you can do. Learn something. Most of them beginners. But they have a lot of fun. But there's not a lot of places anymore that a guy knocking around on a guitar or banjo can go and meet new people and enjoy the music. And as far as teaching, somebody's teaching something here every day. So if you need help with your instrument, if you take banjo, you come and we'll teach you 10 songs in about 6 months. And if you're having fun with it, then we will start teaching you how to play backup and play with other people. So consider that. And I also want to say, I'm sure there's many of you out there that watch this every Wednesday, right? So if you do, hit that subscribe button and what's the other word? Share it. Yeah, share it with somebody else. We're trying to build up our viewers on Wednesday, and we sure would appreciate it.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And the latest in Bluegrass, I don't know. What is the latest?
Probably listen to Mr. Bud Burdett on 104.7, the local
Bluegrass radio station.
Electric City Bluegrass.
And what is the call number?
It's 104.7. I can't give you the letters.
104.7
There's
FM.
also
Yeah.
AM version of it.
Okay,
So
and it's on
Go-
the internet,
you probably could. They probably got a website too. You could go to.
right?
So,
So-
anyway, Yeah.
How much time have we got?
we've got almost 15 minutes.
I got my cheat sheet here. I don't know if y'all can remember everything you need to do every day, but if I have to have a little cheat sheet here, it's called the phone. The cell phone.
Now that's a different song than you told me we were
Well,
going to do.
I changed it up on him, so he caught me at the last minute today. So we're gonna do one that
He
everybody
caught
knows.
me at the last
Little
minute.
Cabin Home on the Hill. Let's start off with that, and then we'll try to do another one. But and since we don't have a banjo player to kick it off, we'll just kick it off. Now, are you gonna sing or?
No.
Oh,
the
you're not?
singer. I'm not
Okay.
gonna sing.
Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear. Seems there's a longing for you still. All I have to do now is sit along and cry in our little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on our window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. I hope you're happy tonight as you are, but in my heart there's a longing for you still. I just keep it there so I won't be alone in our little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on our window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Now when you have come to the end of your way and find there's no more loneliness here, just let your thoughts turn back once more, if you will, to our little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on our window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. In our little cabin home on the hill.
All right. Oh, that was great. How about that? Wasn't that great?
Very great.
That was good. That was really good, Gary.
What if we could get Glenn up here to do a little banjo backup?
Well,
F shape, D
Glenn,
shape,
one of
bar
our
shape.
Gary's students just has walked in. He's trying to negotiate with him to get him to come up. Murph is here, and he said no, he doesn't want to come up. I don't know if you're going to succeed with Glenn. He's getting his banjo out now.
No.
He says no too, so you're stuck with just me to help Gary here. Gary,
Yes, sir.
do you teach people to sing bluegrass? Because you're a great bluegrass singer. That
Well,
was really fantastic. I
I'm
know
glad,
you teach
I'm glad
guitar,
you I'm
banjo.
glad you asked, because I'm not professionally trained to do anything except turkey hunt,
You're a
turkey
big,
calling.
big hunter all over the countryside.
Well, the turkey season starts April the 3rd, and it's hard for me to clear my mind. But to answer the question, I've got a brother sister that I'll be bringing here in June.
oh,
And
good.
that's one of the things we're working on. He's learning banjo. He's 15. She's taking guitar. She's 17. Got a beautiful voice. She sings at church. Does a great job harmony. So we're trying to put it together to do a trio. So Well, how do you help somebody sing? The main thing is you learn a few songs and learn the lyrics, which is hard to do. That's the
Right.
hardest part, remembering the words.
Especially the older we get.
I'm trying to
it's a
keep
little
my
harder.
cell phone on right now because we want to do one more song,
Okay.
Some
Then-
old day.
Then I want you to talk a little bit about how you teach the instruments.
Okay.
Before
Well,
we sign off.
we could do
Because
that.
he's got great materials that he gives out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've collected materials and written materials for years, haven't you?
Well, I've collected about 60 years. Don's been to my home, and I've got a music room. What do you call it? Man's cave. And I've collected banjo, all the great artists. I've got all the music.
Okay,
I've
fantastic.
got all the music. I mean, someone that takes banjo lessons here, you're gonna learn Earl, his basic, but you're gonna learn all of his instrumentals, Shucking the Corn, Foggy Mountain Breakdown, Wreck Old 97,
Earl-
Fireball Mail.
Earl is the foundation, isn't he?
He's the man. Tim, T-I-M.
Thumb, index, middle.
T-I-M, thumb, index, middle. So, collecting the music over the years, developing your hearing. You know, I try to encourage my students to get them a good sound system. It's kind of hard to convince them. Kmart's not in business anymore, and they don't want to spend the money at Best Buy. But that's where I bought mine. I love it. So you want to develop a good ear for the music. And, of course, YouTube is loaded. You can turn the Flat and Scruggs on YouTube, and if you don't do anything with it, it'll just continuously play Flat and Scruggs, and you get to hear the great sounds they had in the 50s and 60s.
And for all you who were trying to learn, when I was learning banjo in the 60s, we just had to turn our 33 albums down to 15, which we could do, and they stayed in tune, but they were deep bass, so you had to learn to make a deep bass sound match with your strings, which they would. So nowadays, with all the technology we've got, you can go to the settings on YouTube, playback speed, you can slow it down to 75%, 50%, 25%, and I think they've even got a custom. I think I've even got it down to 10%. You know, if you want to really hear up close and personal what Earl and the pro guys are doing, you can do that. And you do that on any instrument. If you're a mandolin player or a guitar, rhythm or flat picker, fiddle player, whatever, we can all do that by slowing it down.
Collect the music. Come on out. They have a slow jam on Monday night, and I just visited one of my students this morning, and he's raving about this Monday night slow jam. It's free.
Okay.
F-R-E-E.
Yeah,
You're paying $8 for a dozen eggs. Come on out. Slow jam's free.
we just asked for a little donation, you know, just a few bucks, $2, $3, $4, $5 to help Don with the store. The instructors don't take anything.
Yeah.
We've got actually 3 of us now that might be running a slow jam, but if you want to attend the slow jam, you need to give Don a call at his phone number. I don't know if I can run this backwards or not. Let me give you Don's phone number, because we send out notices. It's not guaranteed to be every Monday night. We usually try to do 2 a month. So Don's phone number, it went away again. Don's phone number is, well, I'm having a good time with this thing here. Okay, Don's phone number is 864-376-1482. So if you want to come to the slow jam, you can either call him or call my number. I'm the one who sends out the text messages to the group. Mine is 865-679-9470. I have a Knoxville, Tennessee cell phone that we've kept all the years. So okay, so call if you want to come to the slow jam. We'll put you on the text list and you'll get the notices.
Slow down, Mark.
Okay.
We're not in a hurry
Am I
out here in
talking
the
too fast?
country.
I get excited, man. Okay.
This takes me back to 1958. Little girlfriend lived next door in that brick house. Mr. Breazeale, we'd come over about the time the sun start dropping. I planned it that way. Walked by this pond down here, and it kept dropping. And we're gonna make it. We come and get us a soda pop.
Wow.
Yankee wouldn't know what that is.
I didn't know.
And then the sun kept dropping, and I wanted to make sure after we paid for that soda pop, when we got back down across that lake, it was dark.
Okay. That lake's still there, and that brick
I
house.
called it my sugar time.
Okay.
Hey, let's do a little song here that
All right.
I'm gonna suffer through it. You suffer through it,
All
and
righty.
I got two students out here that's gonna be propping me up. Some old day.
Some old day. Okay.
I've been working out in the rain, tied to the dirty old ball and chain. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some sweet day will turn me loose from this dirty old calaboose. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some old day. You wait for me and pray. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some sweet day they'll turn me loose from this dirty old calaboose. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Oh dear mother, I've hurt you so. I've been cruel to you, I know. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Tell my brother, my sister and dad, they're the best friends I ever had. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Oh, day, you wait for me and pray. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some sweet day they'll turn me loose from this dirty old calaboose. Oh dear mother, I'll come home some old day.
All right.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Miss Producer, how much time is left? Are we on overtime? 1 minute. Okay. Gary, finish up. Any last words you have for them? I welcome you to be here. You should be the guest host with Don every Saturday. And
I'm gonna be here all day today. I got an 11-year-old fireball banjo student that's coming in at 4:30. Come by here and let's talk banjo.
okay,
Come by and let's talk guitar. It's free to talk.
5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton is the address. And Mr. Bell's got lots of helps, and he's a great teacher, and as you hear, he's a great musician. So we're going to try to have you much more regular if you would be willing.
I'm a willing
'Cause
son.
you're-
Y'all have a good week.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Don should be back next week. Mr. Bell mentioned the store on Saturday night. Starts at 6:30. A circle for the first hour, 15 hour and a half for any level of musician. Feel free to come in and check us out. And then if the band type musicians are here, they sort of form bands, and we have some good picking here. So Saturday night from 6:30 to whenever. You never know what you're going to get. Like that box of chocolates from Forrest Gump. Never quite know what it's going to be. But anyway, I think that's all, and thank y'all for being here. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank Mr. Bell again. Great show, Gary. Bye.
I guess I'm going to have to find a new teacher as he goes.